1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
And Rutherford Issues on WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Their program, Sharing Change, has made a huge difference with local nonprofits just by you rounding up your electric bill to the nearest dollar. $12 million and growing. Find out more how you could participate, how it works at sharingchange.org. Well, it is one of my favorite times of the month when we get to talk about what's going on at Beesley Animal Clinic and Foundation. And not only that, but one of my favorite people in the world, Dawn Roberts, gets to join. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you, Brian. It's been, I think we were saying like 3 months since I've seen you.
I know you've been busy.
I've been really busy, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I've been busy, and we all stay busy, I guess. So it'll be okay there, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And you've got some good pinch hitters. I think, I had to have a pinch hitter last month too, but Katie came by.
Yeah.
So,
I'm thrilled that, she's willing to step in when I have to be helping at the clinic.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's going to end soon. We've got some new faces. And,
do you?
Yeah. So hopefully we're on the right track on the upswing for staffing. And we just ask, growing pains as always sometimes can come with some struggles. So if you come to the clinic, we just ask for some patience and grace as these new faces kind of get a swing of things.
Yeah. Well, there may be people who are listening now. I always tell you this, that, with so many new people moving into our community, and then they, want to find out what's going on in the community that they're moving to, and they stumble upon us and find podcasts and start listening and, reading and all that kind of thing. And then they may not know what Beesley Animal Clinic is and how the foundation supports that. So maybe just give us a brief overview of the work that you do.
Okay, yeah. So Beesley Animal Foundation has been in the community for 46 years. We started as an education program talking about responsible pet ownership and focusing on spay and neuter and stopping the overpopulation. That kind of gave way to the opening of the Beesley Animal Clinic, which is our biggest program. So the other programs kind of are more of assisting the community, kind of where they're at. We have a community outreach. We give dog and cat food out to families that are struggling on that aspect. We find that people will forego their meals to feed their pets, so we want to make sure their pets have the food. We give free vaccinations to a couple of, we work with some of the senior centers in the Cannon County and Rutherford County. We help out those that are unhoused or facing homelessness, keep their pets healthy. Our education program is still going strong. We provide kind news to 4th and 5th graders, and I think this year we're going to provide it to 200 schools. And
really?
It kind of promotes kindness and respect and kind of both to humans and then, to people and to animals. As they grow up, you learn to be kind. It kind of stems into their adulthood. And then our newest program is in honor of Amanda Oliver, who was executive director for over 20 years, and it's we partner with full service veterinary clinics in the area and help pet owners get urgent care treated and surgeries done so they can stay with their families.
That program has, it was a dream of Amanda's. I know that she shared it even on air a few times about that.
Yes.
And I think they were getting kind of close, and then her unfortunate passing, and then that transition period. But glad to see that, and she would have never wanted that named after her. I just know her. But, I'm glad that it is, just because it's something that will be lasting and continue. But now that it's gotten started and there are so many success stories.
There really is. Yeah, we'll share. This year, in fact, I think we're on helping out our 8th pet. We've already subsidized over $8,000 worth of vet care for these people to get this urgent care for their pets so that they, don't have to suffer. They have a good quality of life and stuff. So, yeah, and speaking of Amanda, it was kind of when I joined the clinic in 2018 and then kind of worked with her closely. That's one of the last projects we were working on and trying to how we could make this work. So
Yeah. Gosh, you're coming up on 10 years here in a couple. I guess, what is this, year 8 for you?
Yeah.
If 18 and
Yeah.
26? How about that?
Yep. So time flies when you're having fun.
You never really probably had any idea that you would be where you are today 8 years ago.
Absolutely not. I was just happy working in the clinic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So you mentioned all of the programs, and I guess the spay and neuter is really kind of how Beesley got its start.
right. Yeah. The ground roots effort definitely was focusing on Dr. Beesley was his focus.
Yeah.
When he made the endowment and everything was, our foundation was named after him. That was his focus, is stopping the overpopulation, the homeless animals, just due to, constant breeding. And cats, as many people know, they breed very quickly.
Yes, very.
So that's kind of been our focus.
And initially, it was the Jessie C. Beesley Animal Clinic, or Jessie C. Beesley
Animal Humane Foundation.
Humane Foundation.
Yeah. So, I mean, that is technically our legal name, but we do business as the Beesley Animal Foundation, and then as well as the Beesley Animal Clinic, but it's all under one, organization.
Yeah. That was also a mouthful to say.
Yes.
So it's been a good and welcome change, and I think it kind of gives us a better now that you have a clinic and a physical location and lots of room to grow.
Hopefully,
and building.
Yeah.
And in services. Another thing that maybe this has been in the last 10 years, the food program. Boy, that makes a big difference. And I think it was someone within the organization or a board member, someone saw when they were delivering Meals on Wheels, someone just giving their food,
right,
or part of their food, to their dog, which was maybe their closest companion, and it, a light bulb moment.
Yeah. So we started in 2006, and we work with various organizations that, like we provide sometimes to Nourish, to Greenhouse Ministries, anything that, a couple different organizations that have a food outreach program for human food, and we add the dog and cat food element to that, so they can also get dog and cat food. And then anyone is welcome to come to our clinic to get dog and cat food. And we now initiated where we do actual quarterly distribution events where we'll run it for about 3 hours, where people could just come and get dog and cat food. Okay. So
good.
The need is growing, and, times are tough, costs are high. So, we're here just to try to, keep pets and families together.
I bought a bag of dog food. I have little dogs, so if I buy the big bag, it takes a while to get through it. And boy, there was a nice little price jump in the last time that I bought it.
It
so
really does, yeah.
Information, preventativeness, that is one of the things that you work hard on, and I want to make sure that I come back to that because I've got a specific question. But before we move away from things about the clinic or the foundation, you mentioned there are some new things happening, new staff coming on. You also have some staff that are leaving.
Right. It's all good, though.
Yeah.
So Dr. Donna Stewart has been, she started with us in 2004 when we were still on Haley Road, and she has dedicated, 22 years to, keeping the pets healthy and providing services to pet owners, and somewhere in over about 50,000 spay and neuter surgeries she's done. So while she's leaving us, I'm happy that she is going to have a retirement, and she can go and enjoy time with family, friends, and her own pack of dogs and the ones that she loves. So we're excited for her that, but yeah, so, it's going to be a little bit different without her. She's seen a lot of change. She, started in the trailer in Haley Road, came to our new facility, and, she's just stepped up and kind of embraced change. I know everyone's change is hard, and when you see something that you've lived for so many years, I'm sure it only makes it harder. So we're extremely grateful, and it's gonna miss seeing her smile every day, but knowing that she's out there enjoying life and she deserves it.
So how long has she already retired? Or
her last day is going to be at the clinic is going to be July 30th. Her official retirement day is August. So
okay, well,
Yeah.
That means that with her, and thanks, Dr. Stewart, for all of your work here. 21 years. It's 50,000 surgeries.
approximately, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Many lives, many lives saved. So.
Yeah. I know that we've had many conversations about, staffing, it's a little short. We're trying to do this, that, and finding the right fit to work for a nonprofit
Right.
with that type in that line of work. So I know that can be challenging, but I think you've crossed maybe into a better area here coming up, right?
Yeah, we've been certainly lucky. Dr. Rexine has been working with us for couple years, and she is taking over the helm of supervisor and veterinarian as Dr. Stewart is leaving. She is our surgeon, so she does spay and neuter surgeries 3 days a week. So we're very grateful that she's very passionate. She's graduated in 2020, and she's always just trying to give the most individualized care she can to both pets and patients, and just kind of what's in front of her, and she's very committed to our mission and being here, so we're excited to that. And then we've got Dr. Masters going to join us in August, and we'll introduce them both on our Facebook page and stuff like that to get everyone to know them. But we're certainly excited for new things to come.
Well, I know you can't leave. Getting people out of the clinic and coming here, but we'd love to have them come by maybe sometime and talk to them and introduce them to the community. So if they could break away for a few minutes, I know it's hard, even for you sometimes.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully that's going to change, because we've got some new, supports, new vet assistants and surgery assistants. So hopefully, it's just growing pains, and the board has been very engaged, and we're actually involved in strategic planning on how we can better serve the community and those that really need us, and where we need to be, and and just stay true to our mission, and just work on spay and neuter and preventative health care.
Dawn Roberts is with us today, Beesley Animal Clinic and Foundation. There has been so much news this year about ticks. You've heard it too, right?
Yes.
And ticks, and I'm not sure if it's maybe a combination of both. Maybe we do have a tick season that's worse this year than in years past. Probably not any worse than we've had before, but there's been a lot of news about that. And on the human element side of that, but ticks are something that we need to be cognizant of with our animals too. Absolutely.
Yeah. So especially if you have, inside, every pet goes outside. Maybe a cat sometimes, if you have an inside cat, but dogs always go outside. So, ticks, they spread diseases to dogs, and Bobcat Fever right now is literally killing cats.
Really?
Yes. So you really do need to have your cat, if they go outside at all, on a really good flea and tick prevention that targets the Lone Star tick. That's the main culprit. Same with dogs. They can get Lyme, Ehrlichia, anaplasmosis. Humans can get Lyme disease. And so you really do, and that's what we're here for. Annual exam. You have to have an annual exam by a veterinarian, because all of this prevention is prescription. So whether it's, with us or with your full service, just make sure that you keep these pets protected, because it does cause disease. And I don't know what's causing the uptick of these ticks, but I see them all year round now on my horses, so they don't ever seem to go away.
Yeah, well, we don't really have deep and long cold snaps here to kill them off in the wintertime.
I think it's the length of how cold it stays, because we had some pretty frigid weather, but I don't think it stays cold enough to, like mosquitoes too, with heartworm for dog. You really have to keep your dog on heartworm prevention here too as well, because we just, like you said, we don't have the cold for a long period of time. Although Minnesota has terrible mosquitoes too, so I don't know, and it's pretty cold up there. So
yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
The best invention ever is the year-long heartworm shot or whatever for the dogs.
Yeah. Which we don't have, but yeah, that is it certainly makes it easy for people to just go and get the shot, and then their dog is protected all year. So
I had of the 3 dogs, 3 at the time. 2 of them didn't mind taking it monthly, but my dog, she hated it and would hide it and spit it out. Yeah. And, that stuff's too expensive to spit out and not find,
Well, and plus
it's not doing its work.
Right, it's not doing its work. So, it's there's something for everybody, whether it's the shot, there's a 6-month or a year shot that you can probably get at your full-service veterinarian, or we have the oral heartworm prevention as well, and then also flea and tick. So,
yeah, make sure you take care of all of that. It's a good reminder. And unfortunately, our time has almost gotten away, but mention Barks and Bourbon is coming up.
Yes.
It's one of your signature events, September 17th.
September 17th at Bell Meadows Farm in Las Casas. I think we have 11 to 12 bourbon vendors, and a couple of them are new. Some new sponsors, some returning sponsors, returning bourbon vendors. So we're very grateful for the support that we've received. And so look for tickets to go on sale probably within the next couple weeks.
Okay, so next month we're going to talk a lot about Barks and Bourbon, because we'll be very close to that time.
Yes.
So be sure to watch out for that. Dawn Roberts has been our guest today from the Beesley Animal Clinic and Foundation. Have a good day, everybody.